Every February, Thurston County homeowners will receive a card in the mail just like this from the assessor's office. Unfortunately, it's not a Valentine's Day card. Instead, it's your new property tax assessment for the year. Hi, I'm Francine Viola, Realtor in Olympia, Washington, and today we're talking about how your real estate taxes are assessed in Olympia and Thurston County. I know it's exciting, but first, the postcard you receive in the mail is not a bill. It is only a notice of your valuation, so don't panic. Most homeowners have their real estate taxes paid through their mortgage company, but if you don't have a loan or if your loan is not set up for automatic tax payments, you will receive a separate bill with the first half of your taxes due on April 30th and the second half of taxes due on October 31st. So why does your real estate tax bill go up and down each year? Your tax assessed value is not market value, which I'll explain why this is a good thing at the end of the video. But before we get there, we need to discuss the tax collection budget. Let's say we have a very small town and the tax collection budget last year was $14,000. In our tiny town, there are 4 houses. Here are the assessed values for each of these homes last year for a total of $1.1 million in assessed value. To determine how much each homeowner pays in taxes, the budget of $14,000 in our case is divided into the total assessed value to come up with a rate per $1,000 assessed value, and that looks like this. Here are the taxes for our 4 homes. Thurston County is allowed to increase the tax budget up to 1% every year, but that doesn't mean your taxes will go up 1% each year. Let's say this year in our tiny town, the tax collection budget increased by $100, but $1,000 in levies were voted in to cover school improvements, bringing the new budget to $15,100. Property values also increased to a total of $1.32 million. By taking the tax budget of $15,100 and dividing that into the new assessed value of $1.32 million, the tax per 1,000 assessed value is now $11.44, which is lower than last year. Using this integer of $11.44 and multiplying that with the new assessed value for these 4 homes, we can see that the taxes for the first home has gone down, the second one is about the same, and the last 2 have higher real estate taxes. So how is my assessed value determined, you may ask? That is a great question. Thurston County determines your assessed value by sending out assessors to visit your property once every 6 years, and by also using a mass appraisal system. For the visits, the assessor's office divides the county into 6 sections where the assessor will drive by the homes in that section once a year. In other words, your property in Thurston County would be seen once every 6 years. The assessors are looking to see if your property varies dramatically from what the records show. Was there a major improvement, an addition, or a significant decrease in the condition of the home? But your tax assessment will change every year, not just every 6 years. And the inspection the assessors do is a drive-by inspection. They aren't going to come in and take a tour of your home. The mass appraisal process is to appraise more than 126,000 properties in Thurston County annually. They have to do it by this computerized system because there's just too many properties. This process uses market data, building costs, depreciation, and location factors to come up with a value. What is interesting to note is the market data the assessor uses for their mass appraisals is data that is 2 years old. By January 1st, 2020, the 2021 budget is determined and property values are assessed based on comparable properties from 2019. Mind-blowing, right? Keep in mind, the assessed value is only a value that is used to determine what your share of the tax collection budget is. When you purchase your home, that sales price is not your new assessed value. Should you contest the value? Well, that depends. If there are discrepancies in lot size or square footage of the home, if the condition of the home has changed, then yes, it might work in your favor to contest it. In a market where home prices are going up, you may not want Thurston County to reevaluate your home. You might end up paying more in taxes. Your tax value is based on market data that is 2 years old and a drive-by inspection every 6 years. Home values were lower 2 years ago than they are today. And instead of your home being assessed under the mass appraisal system, you now will have an assessor completing an individual appraisal on your property. But I have heard plenty of success stories of homeowners contesting inaccuracies that led to a lower tax bill. Well, that took a lot of brain power, at least for me. If you need to relax your brain, you might like this silly yet informative video I did about how to get your trash bins to the bottom of the driveway. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.